if we have a chance to move towards a wall at some point, there's a challenging pose we're going to do with the wall, and then a couple that are more therapeutic. So if you are near a wall or anything that you can put your hand on, eventually we're going to do that. This goes this way. Okay, so when I put this headset on, I can't hear anybody, but if you needed anything, wave, and I can always let's see, I can always stop what I'm doing, and so I can hear you. Let's see. Okay, so we're just going to start off sitting on the mat today. Can you all hear me? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Volume. So we're just going to start off in a seated position. If you want to sit on a blanket or anything like that to make it more comfortable, some blocks, you're welcome to do that. And all right, just bringing yourself to your mat. So we'll go about 5 after 10 since we're starting at about 5 after. So just breathing here. Tuning inward and starting to tune everything else out. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. Maybe some complete breaths. So all the way up, all the way from the belly, all the way up, filling up the lungs, all the way up to the crown of the head, maybe even past the crown of the head. And then back to the belly, just all the way into the earth, feeling connected and grounded. And then all the way back up, even feeling connected up past your crown chakra. And all the big good energies out there from the sun and the moon, galaxies and stars. You can use even slow. So you can use longer inhales and exhales. So maybe think a good 5-second inhale and then a little bit longer exhale. Of course, as we get to moving, it might speed up a little bit every time we slow down. If it helps you to think, inhale for about a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 7. That's a good pace. So we're going to get some neck movements in, similar to what we did last week. So I want you to think as you are looking up, before you look up, that you're going to be not just tilting your head back, but from the bottom of the cervical spine, like right there, just at the tops of the shoulder blades, stretching up and back from there. So as you inhale, not just tilting your head up, but all the way, the entire cervical spine, and then just looking up. You don't have to drop your head back all the way. And then as you exhale, the same thing, move from the whole cervical spine, not just your chin. So inhale, and just notice how that changes this for you. Exhale.
And as you look down, stretch down from the whole cervical spine, the base all the way up. And then inhale one more time. Relax the shoulders and exhale. Take a couple more rounds on your own. And we're going to look over to the side. So as you inhale, turn your chin and look over or towards your shoulder, towards the direction of your shoulder, I should say, and back to the center. And over to the other side. And back to the center. To the right. Exhale back to the center. Inhale. And exhale. So then again, a couple more rounds on your own. And finally, back to the center. Okay, one more. So we're going to tilt the right ear up toward the ceiling. So of course your left ear is going to tilt toward your shoulder, but think more of the movement of rotating that right ear up toward the ceiling and then back to the center. Take your time. And then to the left. So left ear up toward the ceiling. And back to the center. Inhale. And one more round. All right, good. So coming into all fours. Now, if you'd rather do this seated, that's okay too. We're just gonna do some cat-cow variations, but would totally work seated. Okay, so a little bit different. So from here, let's drop the belly, turn the chin and the tailbone up. Take an inhale. And then exhale, kind of sink down between the shoulders. So bring the shoulder blades towards each other and then look down. Now, arch the back up while you're still looking down. Drop the tailbone. And then inhale, look up. And drop the belly, turn the tailbone up. Drop down between the shoulder blades and drop the head down. Arch the back up. And then look up. Drop the belly down. Drop down between the shoulders and look down. All right. One more down. Now we're going to reverse it. So arch the back up. Let's see. Drop the head down. Okay, let's see. I want to reverse it. So we were here. Okay, drop the belly down, look up. Arch the back up, look down. Drop the belly down, look up. There we go. I knew I'd mess that up. Arch the back up, look down. Drop the belly down, look up. Arch the back up. And from here, let's turn the toes under. So coming to a neutral spine, turn the toes under and lift the knees coming into a plank pose. Now, inhale, look up. So turn the chin slightly up, look forward. And then as we start to press back to down dog, lift the hips, tilt the chin down and look toward your belly. Okay, round the back and or look forward, I should say. And press back to down dog and start to tilt the chin down, look toward your belly. One more time, round the back, roll forward to plank, look up, press back to down dog, look toward the belly. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit to it. So round the back, roll forward. Okay, now bend the knees, press back, and then lift the hips. Turn the chin down toward the belly, or look toward the belly. Roll forward to plank, look up. Bend the knees, press back. Then lift the hips, straighten the legs, look toward the belly. One more time, roll forward, plank, look up, press toward the belly, and let's hold it. If you want to relax your chin here, maybe separate your feet a little wider in a nice relaxed yin style downward facing dog. All right. You don't have to walk the dog out here, but you can. You might just separate the feet out to the edges of the mat. And we'll bend the knees and walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming into just whatever forward fold feels good, usually first thing in the morning. Knees bent feels good, and you can shift side to side or sway side to side. Just relax your neck and shoulders, let your head hang, let your shoulders go. All right, and we'll find our way up to standing. So if you need to bend the knees and maybe place your hand on your thigh, one vertebrae at a time. Okay. All right, let's see. Lots planned, lots planned. Okay, a little bit different today for our first sun salutation. I think I want to turn this way. Okay, so as you inhale, our feet together, so step up toward the top of the mat. Yeah, I better go this way. I'm gonna hit my head on that mirror. Okay, here we go. So standing at the top of the mat, arms by your side. Let's think about engaging the belly throughout your practice today and notice how that supports your low back all the way up. You might change how your hips feel. So as much as you can, keep thinking back to your core. I think we're going to work on that for the next few weeks. I'm going to try to mention it as much as possible today. All right, from here, inhale, raise the arms up, bring the palms together. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind if you're not going to go that far. Inhale, raise the hands back up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So bring it to the heart. And then open the hands up so that your palms or the backs of your hands are against your chest and the middle fingers touch. Exhale, we're going to extend both arms out in front, backs of the hands touch. Inhale, reach the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers and then reach the hands down. You can arch the back and look up. And again, think from the bottom of that cervical spine and then tilt the head up. And as you exhale, fold forward. You can bend the knees if you like. And just reach the hands up away from the back. Inhale will come up. Release the hands. And we'll do that again. This should be easier this time. So inhale, we'll reach the arms up, palms together. Exhale, release the hands or lower the hands behind the back of the head, keeping the palms together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And then separate the hands so the backs of the hands touch the chest. And reaching forward so the backs of the hands touch. Inhale, reach back behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, expand the chest, looking up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Again, think of pulling the belly in and up. Inhale will come up. So one more time, inhale, reach the hands up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And backs of the hands against the chest. reaching forward. You can reach behind the back, or that might be an inhale. Interlace the fingers and look up. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, come up. All right, release the hands, let the arms just hang next to the sides. You might turn the palms out and then turn them back, turn the palms out, turn them back. Get a little stretch on the shoulders, a little different stretch. All right, next round. The arms up. Exhale, lean up and over to the left. It's a little big lean. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Forward fold. Again, just as far as feels good. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale will come up to a flat back. So maybe bring your hands to your shins. Press the feet into the mat, looking up. Exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the mat and step the right foot back, bringing the right foot down to, or right knee down to the mat. On an inhale, lift the torso, and we're going to bring the hands to the lower back. Maybe you get a little back bend here. If you do that, you might want to press into the front foot and lean back. You don't want to feel a pinch in your low back, so watch that. If it feels better to lean forward and just look up, do that. Exhale, we'll bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back to plank. And bring the knees down to the mat. Press back to child's pose. We're going to reach the hips back toward the heels and just stretch out. Breathe here. Inhale, we'll come forward to all fours. Turn the toes under, press back to downward facing dog. So lift the hips and step the right foot to the mat. All right, hands to the lower back. Fingers pointed up or down, whichever feels better for you. And again, just watch that you don't feel any pinching in your low back bend there. You can get a little back bend. Whoa, exhale. We'll bring the hands down to frame the foot. Turn the left toes under, lift the knee, and we'll step forward and come up to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And on an inhale, we'll rise up. Pull the belly in as you do that. And exhale, arms to the side. Okay, so let's try that again. See about keeping up, palms up, or palms together. Exhale, reach up and over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, keep the belly engaged, and then exhale into your forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hand, step the right foot back, and bring the right knee down to the mat. You can stay right here, or hands to the low back. Press the hips forward, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back to plank. Press back to child's pose. So hips to the heels. Breathe here. And again, might engage the belly and then start to move into your downward facing dog and see if you can keep that engaged here. All right, right foot steps forward, left knee to the mat. Inhale, hands to the low back. So lift up through your center, lift the chest up, lift your chin, hands down to frame the foot. and step forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, we'll rise up. Exhale, arms down to the side. One more time. So inhale, arms lift. Keep both feet down. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, right knee to the mat. Into the lunge. All right. Inhale. Exhale. We'll bring the hands down to frame the foot and step back to your plank. All right. And to child's pose. So knees to the mat, hips to the heels. Stretch out through the arms, hands. Breathe here. Coming forward to table, turning the toes under, downward facing dog. Engage your belly here and step the right foot forward. Left knee to the mat. Inhale. Do your lunge. Exhale. Hands down to the mat. Step forward. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale will come all the way up. And exhale, arms down to the side. All right. So our last vinyasa, I know we just want to go slow. Okay. Let's see. Arms lift one more time. Look up at the hands, stretch it up. We can take an extra couple breaths here. Right, totally underrated pose right here. And on the bend your knees if you need to, maybe chest to the thighs. And coming into a squat. So we'll bend the knees, and if your heels stay on the mat, great. If your heels pop up, that's fine. I like to come up and down on the toes, stretch the toes, poor little toes. They're more tense than you expect sometimes. All right. All right. Little challenge. We're going to rise up to chair pose. So you can keep the knees bent, maybe lift the arms. If the palms come together, great. That is a lot of work right there. So chair pose. You can look up at your hands, or you might just look forward. Pull the belly in, squeeze the knees together. Oh, chair pose. Okay. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your right foot to the inside of your right leg, coming into tree pose. So, you know, that would be the full expression. You might just leave your toes on the mat and turn your knee out. You can have your foot on your shin if you'd like. You can lift the arms up. Or a lot of people like to bring their hands to a mudra, more like a tree, kind of bend the elbows and be more like a tree. All right. Tree pose. So other than just balance, now we're going to step that right foot back and go into warrior one. So we'll bring the knee to the center, then step the right foot back. Your foot can be parallel with the back of the mat. Bend your left knee and in, and just be really aware If there's any pinching in the lower back, you can step in slightly, you can lean forward. Pull the belly in and stretch up from your center. Warrior one. All right, warriors are meant to be hard. You're building a lot of strength and stamina. Okay, we're gonna open it up to warrior two. So turn the hips and shoulders to the ground with the shoulders. Same thing, you're supposed to be up, your torso is supposed to be straight up and down here. If you feel a pinch in that low back or the hip, lean forward slightly, that's okay. Pull the belly in. And we'll reverse the warrior, so reach that left arm up. You can lean back with it if you'd like, get a little. And forward again, like we're going into warrior one, but bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale. And on the exhale, coming into humble warrior. So fold over that left leg, maybe to the inside of the left leg. You can push back slightly with that front foot if you feel like too much is going into your hip. All right, we're gonna come up, release the hands, pivot the feet, turn the right foot out, the left foot in, and leaning to the side, leaning to the right side, coming into your extended triangle pose. So left or right hand comes down to your shin or a block or your ankle or maybe your big toe. And then inhale, take a big inhale, and then exhale, we're going to, one more time, rotate both hands down to frame your front foot. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's come on back up to triangle pose. Bear with me. We're gonna come on up and pivot the feet again. So turn the right foot in, the left foot out. There's a reason I wanted to do this. And then bring the hands behind the back. One more time, interlace the fingers. You can look up here. And then on the exhale, fold over that left leg. There is a method to my madness here. So coming into pyramid pose. You can bend that front knee slightly if you need to. All right. And release the hand, that left arm up, coming into a revolved triangle. Okay. And if you want to bring your right hand to a block, I left mine across the room. I forgot about them. So use your belly to help you twist here. Exhale, left hand comes back down to the mat. Now we're going to lift up, straight up, bring the palms together. The front leg is straight. And exhale, we'll step forward, arms down to the side. All right. Now try to get us through the other side. Inhale. Inhale, arms lift and look up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Now bending the knees, come into a squat. Maybe you come up and down on the toes, whatever feels good here. And then into chair pose. So as you rise up, keeping the knees bent, just see how low you can sit as you raise the torso up, pull. Good. And then into tree pose. So straighten it up. You can bring the hands to the hips. Left foot this time to the inside of the right. Okay. And find whatever variation of tree pose that you like. And we're going to step back to warrior one. So bring the knee to the center. I'm just going to bring my hands to heart center to help my balance and then step back, find where I'm comfortable, bend the front knee. Yeah. And then lift the arms if that's available to you this morning. Yeah. All right, we're going to open it up to warrior. Use your glutes, the muscles in your legs, the muscles of your knees. Look over at those fingertips on the right side. And then reverse the warrior. So inhale, right arm lifts. Don't go too far again where anything hurts your back. We just want it to feel good. Exhale. Got some weird message from Zoom there. Okay. And bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Exhale, we'll fold into humble warrior. So over the right leg or to the inside of the right leg. All right. Getting us a little relief. Release the hands. Come on up. We'll pivot the feet. Might walk that back foot in just slightly. Lean over the left hip. And we'll lean to the left, coming into triangle pose. So I've been thinking about making a C with the body lately to work a different stretch here. Instead of it all being in that hip, it's more up in the ribs. So instead of keeping a super straight body, you lean into it and just maybe try that for a change. Pivot the feet one more time. Hands behind the back, so facing the right foot. Interlace the fingers. Inhale and exhale. Fold forward. Yeah, a lot of shoulder stretching today. A lot of shoulder stretching. And then you can drop the hands. Take your time, drop the hands. We'll take a revolve triangle. So the right arm is going to lift here. The right hand lifts up toward the ceiling. Just go as far as is comfortable and use your belly. So use your core to twist here. And exhale. Right hand comes down to frame the foot and we'll lift up. And exhale, step forward. Let's just go through one just to kind of loosen it up so there's not any stuck energy. So let's see. Inhale, we'll raise the arms up, look up. And exhale into your fold. So think about engaging your core, coming into a squat, bend the knees. And then flatten the feet and we'll come into chair pose. So bend the knees, lift the arms up. And coming up into tree pose. So lift the, if you want to lift the arms like branches, you can reach up. Calm the breath. Knee, inhale up into warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. And reverse, inhale. So the left hand lifts. Exhale, turn forward, bring both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. And on the exhale, humble warrior, folding forward. Inhale, we'll lift up, release the hands, pivot the feet. I'm gonna walk that back foot in just a little. Into triangle pose to the right. So right hand down, left arm lifts. Inhale, rise up. Pivot the feet one more time. You might fall over like I just did. That's okay. Interlace the fingers one more time. And on the exhale, fold forward. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, we'll release the hands. Inhale to your revolve triangle. So left arm lifts. Exhale, release that left hand back down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, step forward. Last side. Inhale, both arms lift, look up. Ooh, let's see, exhale into a forward fold. Careful with the back. Bend the knees, come into a squat, and then lift up for chair pose. That almost makes chair pose legs. And coming into tree on the left side. So left knee lifts. Left foot to the inside of the right leg. Check in with your breathing here. Engage your core really strong in the right leg. Get really grounded in that right foot, and we'll step back to warrior one. Just get good and rooted, and then maybe lift the arms. So root to rise. Exhale, we'll sink into warrior two. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Reverse the warrior. Exhale into humble warrior. So turn forward, hands behind the back. Inhale. And on the exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Release the hands, pivot the feet. Got to step that back foot in a little. And triangle pose to the left. Really feel your breath, your lungs. And then that breath extending through the arms. Exhale, feel your feet, and inhale up. Pivot the feet, turn that back foot in. Hands behind the back. Inhale, last one on those shoulders there. Exhale. Inhale, we'll release or lengthen the back. Exhale, release the hands, and then right arm lifts. Inhale for your triangle. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, we'll rise up. And exhale, stepping forward. All right, we'll find our way down to seated. If you'd like, you can vinyasa down. So inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale, and on the exhale, just step back to plank, stretch it out, and bring the knees down to the mat. And if it's available to you, have a seat on your heels in hero's pose. And let's just breathe here. Checking the time. Yeah. All right. So checking in with your breath, calming your mind. Now calming your heart here. All right. We got to get a little core work in. I want to get everything in. So let's have a seat and then roll down. Oh. Yes, rolling down for just a moment. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Bring the hands behind the head. This is nice. those together. Then as you inhale, open the elbows up, open the chest up. Exhale, bring the elbows together. And you might even kind of round the back as you do this. So open it up, exhale, round the back a little so it massages your back slightly on the mat as you do that. Open it up. This is supposed to be really nice for the shoulders too. Okay, just a couple more, kind of like windshield wipers for the shoulders, shoulder blades. Okay, now we'll get a little work in. While your hands are there, bring the elbows out to the side and lift the feet up. Let's just do some little crunches. So from here, bring the head and shoulders off the mat and just lower down the shoulders. And then lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're kind of raising up towards your feet. Think of that. As much as we don't need to do that many, just do about 10 of them. And as you lift up, bring your hands over to the left and lower the right leg about halfway. And try not to strain your neck too much. Yeah. Feet up, reach past the legs on the right and lower the leg halfway, lower the left leg halfway. And back up and bring the torso back to the mat. You can give the knees a squeeze. Okay. Let's just do a few leg lifts. So lifting the feet up toward the ceiling. I like to place my hands underneath the low back. Okay. And lowering the feet toward the mat. Okay, and then reaching the feet back up. And let's just do a few of these. So strength is good. We need strength to, keep the aches and pains away. And let's say one more. And then one more time, we'll bring the knees in toward the chest. And if you'd like, give them a squeeze. And if it feels good, roll the forehead up towards the knees. Okay. So I thought I'd give us a little challenge today briefly, and then I also want to show you a stretch at the wall. So if you have a wall available, I thought we'd try. Let's see if I can turn this around. I didn't really practice this. Let's see. We're just going to try a little handstand practice. It'll only take a minute or two. First, have a seat against a wall if you've got that available. I see Sissa does. Rachel, I think you do. Okay, so you're just going to sit with your feet out in front of you. And you can, if you want to for a moment, just reach your shoulder blades against the wall. That feels good. Hands on the top of your thighs. Okay, that's another one. You could do this every day for a few minutes every day. It's good stuff. All right, now notice where your heels are. Kind of make a mental line right there with your heels. And we're going to roll forward, and that's where we're going to put our hands because we're going to go backwards against the wall. And this is what we did all the core work for and all the shoulder stretching. Okay, so lift the bum like you're going into down dog. And then we'll start to walk the feet up until we're at a right angle. If you can't see yourself, you won't be able to tell if you're at an exact right angle, but that's okay. And just hold it. It'd be great if you could hold it 30 seconds. I'm not there yet. I'm still building up strength in my shoulder. There you go. Yeah, sis, if just 1 foot at a time is good. You're thinking lining up the wrists, shoulders, and hips and feet. That's your alignment. Yep, there you go. The 7 is enough for today if you want to try it once and then maybe try it again. So if you want to get fancy with it, you could walk your feet all the way down and then do a push-up at the end. I don't think my shoulders will let me do it today, but you can always, yeah, there you go. Okay, fantastic. Yay. Okay, don't sit down yet. Sorry. We're going to do a little stretch. Let's see, I think you can see me. So we're going to do a little stretch that's actually good for the nerves on the, let's see, on the shoulders, across the shoulders and the neck. So stand, just comfortable. Let's see, so that, you can straighten out your arm and touch the wall. Separate the feet. Okay, so what we're gonna do is bend your elbow of the hand that's touching the wall and tilt your head toward the wall. And then as you straighten the elbow out, tilt your head away. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then back. So bend the elbow, tilt your head toward the wall, and then as you straighten the elbow, tilt your head away from the wall. So do this. Let's do this like 5 times. If you were doing this on your own, I'd do about 10 times each for each of these we're going to do. But for time right now, let's do about 5. Okay, and back to the center. Now turn your fingers away from you. So toward the back, toward your back. And same thing, so bend your elbow, tilt your head toward the wall. And then press away and tilt your head away. And again, about 5 times. All right. And back to the center. And then my favorite is turning the fingers down. I found the only way I can do this is to move my hand down a little lower. You might not need to. And then again, bending the elbow and straightening it up. So it's a little time consuming. However, I cannot recommend this enough if you are working on that computer all day and get sore in the neck and shoulders. Because unfortunately, what happens is when that all gets swollen and out of line, then it pinches nerves, and so you got to work it all back into place. So then switch sides whenever you're ready, and of course, do the other side. So we'll take the time to do the other side. So all 3 directions. So take your time. I'm going to set this back up, my computer back up. When you're ready, we will have a seat. Yeah. Have a seat. Okay. Still want to get a few of the good things and the good stretches. So we're going to move into deer pose. So for me, the easiest way into deer pose is to start in a butterfly pose and then bring the one knee back. So you've got your front leg is bent in front of you and then the other bends to a 90-degree behind you. Okay, y'all know where we're at. Okay, so just for a moment, let's walk towards the front knee. So frame the knee with the hands and you can lean in or fold forward. And then come on up. Come back to the center. Just open up that right knee just for a moment. Kind of stretch it back. And then bring it back down to the mat. And we're going to lean in towards that knee, or at least turn the body. You can bring your hands behind you. I know I need to. And then lean in toward that. So that would be the right knee, or well, it's the knee that's behind you. Yeah. All right. Now, turning toward your front leg again, keep walking past it to your side. So this is my left leg, I'm walking to the left. And if you'd like from here, you can even lay down or bring your hands or bring your head to your hands. Yeah. All right, slowly we'll rise on up. Turn toward that front knee. We're going to go into swan. Just straighten that back leg behind you. If it's available to you, you can keep that front leg square today. So a little bit more intense. Yeah. You're welcome to stay right there. Start to work into a forward fold. right, slowly bring your torso back up. Use the strength of your arms. We're gonna roll around, just bring the hips down, extend both legs out, even your hips up, and then we'll just get a little forward fold here. All right, come on up and let's go to the other side. So bend the opposite knee. So in this case, this is my right knee, and then fold that left leg behind you. All right, and let's walk the torso toward the front knee. Give it a little forward fold. And then come on up. Open up that back hip just a little. So we'll lift the knee and drop it back. Give it a little stretch, open. And for however obscene that looks, whatever, we'll go ahead and bring the knee back down. Okay, and facing your back knee, you can lean in towards it, maybe a lot, maybe a little. All right, and then walking towards the front again and all the way over to the side. So past your front knee, over to the side, and you can lean into it. And inhale, use the strength of your arms to come on up. Let's see, we're gonna walk towards that front leg, coming into swan, so extending the back leg out, even out the hips. You can always pull that front leg in front of you. So. And again, whenever you're ready, taking the forward fold or staying right here. Good. Inhale, take your time, use your arms, come on up. We'll find our way onto our backs. So whatever feels like the most comfortable way to move into that. Take your time. Keep your knees bent. We'll roll on back. Let's see. We got a couple minutes. Okay. And let's just windshield wiper the legs a few times. So walk your feet out toward the edges of the mat and drop the knees down side to side. Release any kind of tension in the low back and hips that might be there. All right. And bring the knees back to the center, lift the feet, and we'll roll over. I'm going to go to the left, so I go your direction. Going to the left, that right arm can extend out to the side, and then extending the legs today, so straightening the legs. If you want to get fancy with it and hold on to your toe or something, your big toe, you can do that, but you don't have to. All right. And we'll come back up to the center. Might feel better to bend the knees and then roll up. Roll down to the other side and extend the legs. So straighten the legs out to the side. And deep inhale, exhale, slowing down the breath even more. Releasing any tension from the shoulders. All right. We'll come back to the center. And coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Oh, just completely relaxed, just a natural breath. Just taking a few more moments for yourself and some nice peaceful moments on your mat. And just remember, at any point of your day, you can take a couple breaths and be back at this peaceful center. So as long as you're breathing and you have food to eat and a little bit of sunlight a few days a week, you can get outside for some fresh air. That's living, and everything else is just accessories to that living. It's just extra things. So bringing awareness back into your body. We'll bring some movement back in, wiggling the fingers and toes. And any other organic movement that feels good. You've been practicing for a while, so if you want to bring your knees to your chest, you can. Or maybe you want to be a little more easy on your low back still. We will roll over to your favorite side. Be nice to yourself. Use your arms to come up to seated. And sealing in your practice. All right, I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. and some kind of peace in this week ahead. If there's anything you want to work on, let me know. The light in me reflects and honors light in each of you. Namaste.